So now we're done here and we don't have to come back here anymore. Fortunately, if you come in out here without doing that, the Black Knight will be there. Now, I'm not sure how it works if you do this if you don't go to the bonfire before going in there, because you're coming into the area backwards. There isn't a bonfire there to begin with. And as you can see, that took all of my my stuff. And the Mask of the Mother did help. I got hit right after falling in, and I survived, so that's good. So, now let's actually get the item that we actually came here for. Although we came for the doll, too. And I suppose the Titanite slab. Eventually, I think we'll probably get a weapon up to plus 15, maybe. So I went in here and I fought these guys, but I didn't actually go through the door. Oops. I tried to parry that guy, but he wasn't cooperating. Well. Let's not mess around with it then. It's not what I was trying to do. I don't know why, but the kick seems a bit unreliable. So, this is the door that we couldn't get through before. And here we get a very important item at the bottom here, which is the rusted iron ring, which improves balance on poor ground such as swamps. That's important for Plate Town because the bottom of it is a big swamp, which you'll see. It also makes you move faster in water. I would rather not demonstrate it there, though. Which helps for numerous areas. You could come here, get that ring without, fighting the boss, but I figured if I was here, I might as well do the boss until I complete it, even if I'm sorely underleveled for this part. But I managed to do it. I almost managed to do it twice, but I messed up. That's the nature of the game, isn't it? Burn. Oh, you can punch people with your fire hand and it deals fire damage to them. Fire hand. Combustion is very efficient. I ran out of fireballs last time and I actually used all of my combustions, but I actually dealt more damage in the long run. Later on when the pyromancy hand... Oh, I didn't want to do this. I'm skipping that because it just takes you back here the normal way. I wanted to use that NPC. So, over here we have this crow.
You give me warm, give me soft.
I'm told it's a crow, but I'm not sure that it is. It has the same kind of eggs, so I'm supposed so. I don't know what crow eggs look like. So, let's give them the rubbish. What you do is you drop it, and you leave it there. And the easiest way to do this is to either quit the game and come back out. But I actually find it slightly faster to do it this way. Just leave the area and come back. You can also die, but it's about the same length because of the loading screens that quitting and coming back does. Plus that looks more obtrusive in game. So, now we have another item here. Pick it. Oh, right. We do have to quit the game and come back. Now we're looking for items that are warm and soft. So, quit the game.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
Right, that's how you know you did it right, because it will ask you again. So for that we get a Titanite chunk. For that. So, what other things do we have that are warm and soft? Let's try a cracked red eye orb. Let's drop one. Okay. Looks like it seems okay with that. Let's try resting at a bonfire. Although, these guys are currently dead. I suppose that's fine. The boss does not respawn even if the floor does. I could level up, but I want to buy some stuff and upgrade my armor. Hey. What's your deal, man? I gotta be like that. Well, that was just bad luck. Jump attack and it hits me 3 times for some reason. Whatever, the hitboxes are a bit weird sometimes. I'll accept that. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for doing cool stuff. One of the hardest things to do in this game is to play without a shield. Which does not necessarily mean you're not blocking. There are lots of weapons that have pretty good blocking values, but dodging is not always reliable for me. But there's a lot of attacks that can't be dodged either, that can't be blocked either. So I prefer to do a combination of the two instead of relying on one or the other. Which basically means I don't have to be good at either of them as much.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
So it's accepted the items. Let's pick this one up. It's a purging stone. 2 of them, actually. You can't put down more than one, so, what about these Eyes of Death?
No. That, no. That, no warm. That, no soft.
Okay, so it doesn't want this. What about... we could drop one of these. Maybe it'll take one of those.
No.
Nope. That looked pretty soft. I know it'll take a humanity. I can't drop it because I have it equipped in my slot. Anything else I want in that? Nope. So dying definitely did it. Resting at the bonfire is probably how you reset this. And if I were to die, I would just respawn at the bonfire anyway, so I might as well just run back here, just to be safe. I did just die to those normal guys. That's why it's casual, man. I don't care. Just having some fun here. No raging. There's only one part in this game that I would legitimately rage at, and that's something far later in the game. Not far later, it's actually, pretty close. Let's see if it has accepted the item. Yep. Okay. So we get... Oh, it didn't. It just reset that. Why did it do that when I died? Well, I guess we do it this way then. Saves me time, too. I just can't, you know, derp up and get killed by these guys again. Don't want to lose 2 sets of boss souls. I'm sure that's happened to a lot of people who played this game. It certainly happened to me the first time I played through. Not necessarily because I was overconfident like it happened to me earlier, but because I didn't know the area I was going into. And it was actually the Valley of the Giant, or the Tomb of the Giants, just like it happened in the game. That was the first set of bossels that I completely lost. Was that? I'm sure lots of people probably lost the Gaping Dragon souls going into Blighttown. Where my souls is.
You. Give me.
Okay, here we get a Ring of Sacrifice. Maybe this, double humanity? Pretty funny to get a Ring of Sacrifice from killing yourself. One thing I like about is that the loading screen has, like, item descriptions and stuff like that. Kind of hint at items you're going to find later. Well, you can find later in the game. You're not necessarily going to. I'm going to avoid that other guy if I can. Nope, he's still coming after me. Well, go ahead on then. Now, there's a few tricks to getting a bunch of souls really quickly. Some of them are exploitive, and some of them are just, you know, kind of sort of grindy. Well, most of them are kind of sort of grindy. Shut up, crow. And here we get a rare Ring of Sacrifice for that. Now, what else do we have? Well, Sunlight Meadow might be warm. What about these? Are these soft?
No.
Nope. I guess it's like cabbage or something. Okay. How about a blood red moss clump? These aren't all that useful anyway. Now, an interesting item that I know you can drop is the Pyromancy Hand, and you get a pretty interesting item for that. And an even more interesting one from an Ascended one. Let's drop the Dark Sign. Now, each of these can only be dropped once. And I don't want to use the blooming one, because I'm definitely going to need some of that for Blighttown. I might even want to go back into the forest to get some more of those. They're random drops, so it's not necessarily that great, but having some of that poison stuff really does help. All the messages are the same, by the way. Same tutorial messages.
You.
And here we get a Twinkling Titanite. So, I don't know. I can buy them. Whatever. You buy them from the moss merchant in the depths. I am going by there. I suppose I can buy a few. The thing about souls is they're mostly just a time investment. Once you've made available the ways to do things. So it might be worth my time more to buy the items I need from the merchant there. Rather than going to the thing. I don't remember how much they cost. I think they cost 1,000. Sounds right to me. Maybe, it might be 5,000, but I think that was the humanity. Here we get another Twinkling Titanite, and, let's try that Sunlight Metal. Well, looks like he's accepting that. Let's see what we get from that. It's taking about the same amount of time to do this or to quit and come back in. This way at least I'm getting souls and, you know, having danger. Which is more fun. There's the aforementioned danger. Now, if you remember, I did, since we're going to do Blighttown right now, there's something that doing Blighttown triggers. Well, there's a few things that doing Blighttown triggers, but there's a specific thing I'm thinking of that Blighttown triggers. Which I could avoid if I were to kill a specific NPC. I'm not going to do that. Because the storyline is more interesting. Let me get a white Titanite chunk for that. And I think that's everything I have that I can do. Oh, I know there's at least one more thing. The sack is warm and soft. Let's see what this crow thinks of that. If you kill the NPC, you get a really good item, but you can get that item later from doing the storyline stuff. And if you kill him later, then you get more things. I would say it's a spoiler to say him, but we've only met one female NPC, and we specifically went out of our way to save her from a dude. Well, I guess the female undead merchant counts. Oh, there's also another thing I wanted to do now that I have this ring. Do I want to do that? I can go out of my way to do that off screen and then show you what I mean. It'll make things a bit easier for me. Later. Let's check out what we got here. Okay, so now we have a Demon's Great Hammer, which is the thing that the Asylum Demon drops if you kill him the first time you meet him. It requires 46 strength and is pretty strong. Nearly beat foes to a pulp. So, we are done here, with the exception of giving the blooming thing to them, but I don't think I want to do that. I'll save it. One thing you never want to do is walk off that way. You'll fall and kill yourself. Not speaking from experience or anything. Yeah, I totally am. I do that all the time. Oh. I brought this ledge. So, I think we should level up a couple times. Let's see. Well, let's rest at this bonfire since it's a 10 bonfire. Re-equip our Ring of the Evil Eye. And, how do I want to do this? Well, let's level up first. Let's get our faith up to 28. We have 14,000 left, which should give us 1 and a fraction of a level. Whatever fraction that is anybody's guess. And do I want to go up here? I kind of want to upgrade my armor. I think that's a good idea. And then we'll use whatever we have left to buy some things. Although, since I'm up here, I'm going to the forest. I can do a couple of the other things I wanted to do off screen. So, okay. So we'll go up to Andre. Upgrade my armor. And then go into the forest and do some stuff. And since I have the Rusted Iron Ring, I can do the thing I wanted to do over by where the Hydra was. Because there's an enemy over there that you have to fight in the water. Okay, so we're back here, and I've got the Rusted Iron Ring equipped. Notice I'm running in the water. And over here, back in this corner, I forgot you actually have to save and stuff like that before this thing will spawn. There is an enemy here. A very tough version of those things that we fought earlier, the blue things. You can see it's not taking very much damage from stuff. This is kind of a long attrition-y fight. If you aren't prepared for it. And if you are slowed down by the water, it's pretty bad. Okay, not doing too bad. Actually, Lightning Spear probably would have wrecked this guy. There we go. And for doing that, well, look at that. The next female NPC that we see.
So, 'tis thou who rescued me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Well, that's the reason we're over here.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. Seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Later. Okay, so I actually went to quit and come back, so I'll do that. Okay, quitting and coming back should spawn some items. A lot of times if you say you kill an NPC or something, or an enemy, and you come into an area, it won't automatically spawn the items that they dropped because you kicked them off the ledge or something. When you do that, I guess it didn't. Well, I can come back and I can figure that out later. It should have been just back where that was. Maybe I have to talk to her first? Well, anyway. Over here, by this rock, she says she's going to leave her signature, which is a summon sign, and you don't have to be human to use these or anything like that. You just kind of activate her. Oh, God. Let's not do that while these guys are around. They can kill her with that AoE attack. Yeah, it's doing more damage. You see, we staggered that guy. Accidentally activated another one. As you can see, because this is a lot of uses, you can get some good stuff out of it. There's an upgraded version of it later. There we go. Alright, Dusk, sorry. Let's get back to what we were doing.
I am Dusk of Ullasil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes. For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken, banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
So she has the proper bow, which is, I don't know, just a bow.
The sorceries of Ullasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ullasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
So, she has some stuff. The Ullasil Ivory Catalyst is sort of like the Thorolin Talisman we could have gotten from what's his name? It has no adjustment for it. It's also the lightest catalyst we can get, so let's get that. It's only 1,000 souls, and now we can get some of these things. This one is probably the most important. This cast light is the way that you do the Tomb of the Giants without using a lantern. So let's buy that. Repair is really useful too, but we don't have enough souls to get it. Actually, I could. It only has one use, but it basically means you never have to repair your equipment, your sword again. Whatever weapon you have. Hidden weapon, chameleon. Chameleon is really funny. Hidden body. I think it might be useful a couple times. We'll buy it anyway. And this is a hilarious spell, so we'll get that. Now, I can't use all these.
Thou art in need. Pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance.
Okay, so I'm going to try to figure out how to spawn these items. Oh, okay. They already spawned. You have to talk to her, I suppose. Over here, you'll see one of the interesting things about this. We actually already saw this with Griggs, in that there were a bunch of items that were next to that. And here we have the equipment that she's actually wearing, Dusk is. Now, the helmet is pretty good because it increases the damage of magic, but it also makes it so you take more magic damage. I think it probably balances out. And there's some pretty princess gear that's not really that interesting. But the headpiece also looks pretty derpy because it's kind of crooked. Okay. So, I also upgraded my gear a little bit. My knight armor is up to 2, and my gauntlets and leggings are up to 1, and the Fangor helm is up to +4. I ran out of Twinkling Titanite, which is why it's not +5, which is the maximum you can get that to. You can buy Twinkling Titanite later, but not right now. Okay, so, I suppose let's just go to Blighttown, and what comes will come. And if we die, we die to toxic and poison. I'm not going to farm anything, so I will meet you back at the entrance to Blighttown.